Hi guys, my name is Heather, and I wanted to say thank you for letting me be a part of this Border to Border support group. I am 37 years old. I'll be 38 on September 30th. So I'm a Libra. I'm from Indiana in the United States. I am married for the 4th time, and we've been together for 12 years now. I don't have any kids. I had my tubes tied because I didn't want to pass on my slew of problems. I don't have a job. I can't. When you think of me, you will think exhaustion, because that's like a permanent state that I live in, is exhaustion. And no doctor can tell me why. I have the love of my life, Cherry Lynn. She is a pug. She's sitting here beside me asleep. She will be 12 in October. October 1st. Her birthday is the day after mine. My very first diagnosis was at age 13, and it was major depressive disorder, and that came after I had tried to kill myself. And the reason I tried to kill myself is because I was laying in bed. I can remember this very vividly. I was laying in bed and I was thinking that I could not handle life if my mom died. And so I thought to myself, well, I will just die first and then I'll never have to deal with that. So that's a big red flag. As far as abandonment issues, I've never been abandoned, but just the thought of it, it made me want to die. So they didn't diagnose it then. They just said that I had a major depressive disorder, and so they put me on Zoloft. And anyway, that's how I got started in the system of things. My next diagnosis was bipolar disorder when I was 24, with anxiety, panic attacks, psychosis. Okay, that's all for that. And then I think I was 32 and I was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and an antisocial personality disorder. Somewhere within there they diagnosed me with a histrionic personality disorder. Anyway, so I think that's a bit much for a diagnosis. I'm on, I think I take 6 different medications. I just started 2 new ones, like Navain or something like that, and Proseq. I don't know how to say it and I don't remember. But anyway, so I didn't sleep last night, and it's like 7:30 in the morning. I've been up since 2. And I have such trouble sleeping. It is so ridiculous. I don't know that anybody cares, but my religion is Wiccan. I've been into that for a couple years now. Went through Christianity to Hebrew roots, and when I didn't find any truth in all of that, went to the natural way of things, which is the Wiccan pagan world. And so I spend a lot of my time like doing spell work and I spend a lot of time doing spell work. Okay, so my likes and my hobbies are, of course, watching YouTube. I spend so much time watching YouTube. I also like, of course, I watch Shane Dawson. Who else do I watch? Peter Mon. He's a funny guy. Oh my gosh. Right now I'm watching Dr. Daniel Fox. Of course I watch I hate it when this happens. Like, I have words, but I can't connect them and make a freaking sentence. So anyway, I like to watch Big Brother, and I had to write down my notes because I can't remember shit. Big Brother, Castle Rock. If you haven't seen Castle Rock, you gotta start watching it. They're bringing up parallel universes and the Mandela effect and all that neat shit. The Walking Dead, I'm a huge fan of that. Reading, learning, like I read a lot of books on witchcraft, on BPD, on just psychology in general. That's what I wanted to do with my life, was to be a psychiatrist, and schooling never worked out because I would get so tired that by the last month of it, I just did not have the energy to go. But I had the classes I did take, I had A's in them, you know. And it's so disappointing. My whole life has been it's just a big disappointment. My friends are extremely important to me. But I will tell you that it is hard. So hard to keep friendships. I have been through so many friends over the years, and I will say this, a lot of it, like, I'm not gonna do something to somebody unless they do something to me first. That's the way that I work. So if I feel slighted or I feel like disrespected, then I'm gonna come back. And usually when my relationships with friends fall apart is when I come back at them, because I have what is the word, revenge issues. So if you break my heart, I'm gonna break yours 10 times harder. And I think that's sort of that, it goes along with the abandonment issue of, well, you've hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you so much more. And so that if you leave me, then it will be my fault and it won't be your choice, type of thing. But in the past 2 years, I have really come to understand that there are some things you just gotta let go. Not people you gotta let go, just things about them or things that they do that you have to let go. Because getting mad or upset in the end, it's not worth it. It's really not. It feels good to get revenge in the moment, but in the end, it's just not worth it. Okay, so I also like board games. It's what we normally do on Saturday nights, have friends over, play board games, and get drunk. Like, I'm not an alcoholic, I only drink every other Saturday. But I'm telling you what, I look forward to it because it's just a chance to put my brain to rest and take a little mini vacation from it. But the next day I'm always super tired, so I could never be an alcoholic. I might actually consider it if I could be, but it makes me too tired. But I do enjoy that escape from life, from myself. But I'll also say that I get in trouble because of impulse sexual type things get me in trouble when I'm drinking. But we'll say my husband is very understanding and my friends are very understanding. Somehow, some way, they are. And, I mean, in all honesty, like, there have been swinger type situations going on. And sometimes that happens and sometimes it don't. And who really cares? Like, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. That's all I can say. So, my likes are Starbucks, which my husband got me started on Starbucks. I can kick his butt for it because now I'm addicted to it. Polar Pops from Circle K. Coke, not cocaine, just Coke. I don't do like drugs. Like, if I'm drunk, I may take a hit off of weed if somebody's got it. But the last time I did that, it was some kind of synthetic bullshit that had me. Well, I told my husband, I said, the next day I said, I don't know if I'm going psychotic or if I'm still fucking high, but I ain't never been so high off of marijuana ever in my whole life. And so I was thinking, that's probably not a good idea anymore. Like, when did it get that strong? Last time I smoked was only a couple of years ago. And that was like a fun high. This time it was a crazy high. I don't take pills that aren't prescribed to me. Like, I'm not a drug addict. I've never had addiction problems other than to pills that my psychiatrist and shit have put me on that I couldn't get off of. that's a whole other story in itself. So I like to do jigsaw puzzles. That's really relaxing to me. I like to play seek and find games on the computer. I love the winter time and I hate the summertime, because I would like the summertime, but I am terrified of bees and wasps. Pretty much anything that has wings that isn't a butterfly. And there's a story behind that, and my aunt is to blame because she stepped on a bee when I was little and screamed and cried like it was the end of the world. And it put the fear of God in me of flying insects. And so in the summertime, I'm very much a hermit. Like, I don't leave the house unless it's to go to the doctor, to a doctor's appointment. Like, I don't go out on my front porch. I don't go out on my back porch. I sit in the house all summer long because I just can't deal with it. It's overwhelming. There was one summer where I found a CD hypnosis. It was for fear of bees and wasps. And there are several on the market, but this one in particular, you can't find it anymore. And when we moved, I lost it. But there was one summer that previous winter I had listened to, that previous winter I'd listened to that CD. And when the summer came, like, it really worked. It really did. I was in the pool every day. Like, I was just living life like I had no issues. And obviously it didn't stick with me, or I would still be living life, but I'm not living life. That's another thing. I love to go fishing. I can't do that anymore. So I have decided to buy magnetic. They're like magnetic. They're big magnets. You tie them to a rope and you throw them in the river, and like anything that is magnetic will stick to it. So like knives, guns, lighters, phones, anything like that. It's called treasure hunting. But this winter, before it starts snowing, we're going to go do some treasure hunting, because I like to be throwing something in the water to catch something. So there's that. I also like to play bingo. My favorite bingo hall closed a couple years ago, which sucks. I also like to watch like tiny houses and RVs, because I would love to live that life. My other favorite thing in the world is cigarettes. It's like the only thing that brings me comfort. Cigarettes. Horrible. So my dislikes, and I put like dislikes / triggers, because anything that I really dislike seems to be a trigger. So, okay, another thing that is not allowed at my house. You are not allowed to just stop by. You have to have a reservation. You have to call the day before. I have to know about it, because honestly, and I'm not joking, I can be sitting here with the windows wide open, somebody can look in and see me and be knocking on my door, and I will not answer it if they have not called the day before to tell me they're coming over, because it's just too stressful. I have to plan ahead to deal with people. And so everybody in my life knows that, so people don't just stop by. And they all have to think I'm crazy. But, I mean, it is a thing. That's how that works. Okay, animal cruelty. If you want me to fly right off the handle, show me a video on that, or show me somebody doing that in person. Okay, injustice or unfair treatment of people. I really have a problem with it. Police. Like, I used to have so much respect for the police around here. And then I got pulled over for something I didn't even realize I was doing. There was road construction, and you know when there's road construction, there's confusion anyway as to what the hell to do. There wasn't any traffic to follow to know how to maneuver, what the hell was going on. Well, I just happened to turn the wrong way. And I was sitting and I was watching this cop, and he was parked. And I was like, why isn't he going anywhere? Because he was like on down the street. That fucker was sitting there waiting for me to make the wrong move to pull me over to give me a ticket. And he did. Oh, I was livid. So, I mean, and I told him, I was like, I did not see the sign, and I really did not see it. Like, I did not see the sign that said, don't turn that way. I said, what I saw was a jumble of a mess, and I didn't know what to do. So, anyway, after that, that's my first bad run-in with a cop. And it just changes the way that I see them all. I ain't got no use for any of them. And I know that's very black and white thinking, but I disagree with the quota they have of tickets that they got to give out every month, and it's just all messed up. I don't agree with that. But, you know, anything that's just unfair like that, when something wasn't done on purpose and somebody gets punished for it, I have a huge problem with it. Politics, that's a trigger for me. It is, and it isn't, because I don't believe any of, I mean, they have come out and they've said, you know, that elections and all that shit ain't real. Nobody wants to hear it, but they've come out and they've said it. You know, there's the 9/11 conspiracy theories, which I don't think are just theories. I think they're probably true. There's the people who run this country are just shit. And that's just that. Next thing or trigger that I dislike is change of any kind that I don't bring on. So if there's a change in somebody's schedule, if somebody cancels on me, like if I think somebody's coming over and they cancel on me, like that damn near breaks my heart. Isn't that nuts? I know that's crazy. Okay, finally, my trigger dislike is uneducated doctors. From my list of diagnoses, you can probably tell that some people didn't pay attention in school. Anyway, so that is me in a nutshell. But thanks again for watching. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. Looking forward to making more videos. Oh, I also have a YouTube channel called Offensive AF, because people seem to find me offensive. So I thought I'd start a channel called that, but I haven't uploaded it to it yet. Also, I'm going to add some footage from the other night when I was drunk. I was making a video for that channel, and then I decided I probably shouldn't upload that, but it was like a BPD meltdown in action, so I'll include that. So let's see what mine looks like. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Hi guys. I am offensive as fuck. Welcome to my channel. I'm really drunk right now, and I'm having a difficult time because my dog Cherry Bear has heart disease, and I only have about a year and a half left with her, if that. Broken hearted. I don't know how to live without her. She's my baby. I love her so much. Trying to keep it together, but I don't know how. Never even loved a person as much as I love her. So attached to her.